100,000 dong worth of supplies for our soldiers. Our Han army will never have to take a single grain of rice from the commoners again, my lord. Also, from now on, we can continuously deliver food supplies from Ba Shu without fail, I guarantee it. Now, the citizens of Guangzhou will know that the King of Han will never force them to provide labor and supplies, and they will become more welcome.
That's not enough. We should put up a notice all over town telling the citizens of Guangzhou that the entire family of anyone that decides to join our army will be exempted from paying taxes.
That's good.
Also, is the courtyard of the Qin Palace's imperial harem still abandoned?
It has become a place frequented by shepherds and bandits.
That's great. We can utilize this place as well.
Huh?
We can turn the courtyard into farmland and give them to the families of Han soldiers who have made significant contributions.
That's very thoughtful of you, Your Majesty. In doing this, who wouldn't be willing to give his life for you on the battlefield?
Oh, Lord Xiao. I just don't know why. But with you right by my side, I feel very assured.
And this time, I will stay by your side and not go back.
No, you can't! The supplies! You're in charge of the food supplies.
Here, drink this.
Auntie Man, what is this anyway?
Medicine.
I'm pregnant. I can't have medicine. Did you forget?
Don't be scared. Would I really harm you?
What medicine is this?
You said you won't ask questions. Don't ask, and drink it. Very good. I'm doing this for your own good.
What do I do next?
You don't have to do anything. Just stay here and wait.
Oh, come on. What are you so afraid of? Hurry, hurry.
Hey, slow
No,
down.
just hurry up already. What are you so afraid of?
Who's
The
out
king is
there?
good. Oh, Your Majesty. It's me, Xiao Ying. No, greetings, Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Who is this?
I got married. This is my wife, Xiao Chen.
Oh, that's great.
Your Majesty.
She may not be beautiful, but she's very kind.
Not beautiful. She looks better than you. Come in and have a seat.
Oh, yes, my lord. I brought her today because I was hoping to ask the queen to take her as an attendant.
Ask her that yourself. Now come along, come inside.
Thank you, my lord.
Hey, it's been so many years. Isn't there anything you want to tell me?
You're so pathetic.
Wait, what do you mean?
In these few years, you may have had many achievements. You've even been appointed a general, but you're completely out of shape right now. Look at you, just look. We've only just started, and you're already spent.
Continuous battling all these years is very exhausting. Just cut me some slack.
Oh, please. I think it's those wild women you've had that made you turn out like this.
None of those women are as wild as you are. Huh.
Those women? Are you planning to marry those other women too?
So what if I am thinking that, huh? I don't believe that in all these years you haven't been with any other men.
Yes. But so what? All of them are stronger than you.
It's fine if you had affairs. Well, I won't blame you for that, but, well, were they stronger than me?
Isn't that obvious?
That's utter nonsense.
What?
How are they stronger than me? Let go! Let go!
You're dismissed. Understood.
Let go! I said let go!
I was looking everywhere for you two, so you were here. Liu Ji, the King of Han has two bolts of cloth for you. One of them's red, the other green. If you don't want them, I'll just give them back.
I want them. Where are they?
In the palace. You'll still make it if you go now.
Sister-in-law.
Fan Kuai,
Yes?
the King of Han thinks very highly of you. Nobody can compare to you when it comes to your achievements. When it comes to experience, you've been with him since the days of Mount Mangdang. When he wins and splits the territories, you have a very bright future ahead of you.
That's all you bang. I mean, the King of Han's generosity. Whatever he gives, I accept. If he doesn't, I just let it go.
I suppose you're right. You two are brothers. You are a trusted friend of the king. And also a member of the Liu family. Am I right?
What do you mean by that?
I know my sister Liu Shu is not exactly a gentle lady. However, I can see that you really like her a lot.
Yes, you're right.
It's very common for a man to have many mistresses, but he can only have one wife in the end. In the future, you will have children. The only children who can continue your line will be the ones you have with my sister.
Naturally.
But for the King of Han, things are different.
Huh? Are you saying... I see now. You're talking about her. Concubine Qi, is it? That tart spends her days trying to charm the King of Han, flirting with him until he's completely finished with the woman. Huh. But whenever she sees any of us, she has a sour expression on her face. She's so annoying.
Brother, I'll be sure to remember your words today. If ever the need arises in the future, do not forget. You're the son-in-law of the Liu family.
I won't. I won't forget that. You think that little tart dares to oppose you now?
You mean us.
Us. Us. Today I, Fan Kuai, swear that if she tries to harm you, I will be the first to cut off her head. And I will feed it to ravenous dogs, without fail.
My good brother.
So what happened, huh?
I think she might have possibly been frightened, which is causing her abdominal pains.
What frightened her?
I'm not so sure. It could have been anything that may have caused it. It could be a person, an animal.
What about the baby?
It has already affected her baby. She should take extreme precautions.
This way.
Has anything happened to her these past few days?
Nothing.
Did she see anyone?
I don't think so.
All right.
But, my lord,
What is it? Just Tell me.
Well, last night, the Queen invited her over to her house. They talked all night, and all went so well. And then when she returned, she told me that they had a nice chat. Who would expect that today she would just...
Oh. So what happened, huh?
I think she might have possibly been frightened, which is causing her abdominal pains.
What frightened her?
I'm not so sure.
Well, last night, the Queen invited her over to her house. Who would expect that today she would just... Oh, you're here. Sit down.
We've been so busy since we came, I haven't been here to visit you. Do you like this place? Have you adjusted?
Of course. I'm also very busy right now. I was able to accompany Father in a walk around the courtyard.
Oh. It must be tiring.
What do you mean tiring? It's something I should do.
Liu Ji.
Huh?
Since you came to Liang, was there anything or anyone that made you feel very unhappy?
Nobody. Why do you ask that?
Oh, nothing. Did you meet Concubine Qi?
I did. She came to see me the other day and gave me a tiger skin. I was wondering what gift I should give her in return for it. What's wrong?
No, nothing. She really isn't an eloquent person, and I was worried she might have offended you.
Oh no, we actually had a nice chat. I even saw her off when she left that time and told her we should meet more often so we can talk. And she agreed.
That's good. However, when she returned to her house, she was frightened.
Frightened? Who frightened her?
After the moment she met with you, she saw the doctor, and according to him, her pregnancy has been affected.
Liu Ji, did you come here to accuse me? Do you think I was the one who frightened her?
No, I didn't say it was you. But she didn't see anyone else before you, and didn't do anything strange.
Do you think I'm a woman who cannot tolerate other people? Before you married me, you had other women then. Did you hear me say anything? What about Miss Chow and her son? Did I ever complain about them? No, I'm already here. Let me ask you, what's different about Concubine Qi? Why would I do that?
Liu Ji, I didn't say you did it. I just think that if you both can get along well, then that's just fantastic. However, if not, I'd rather you two leave each other alone.
Liu Bang. Based on what you said to me tonight, I understand. You don't trust me.
It's finished now. Let bygones be bygones. You are my wife, and you're also the queen. I don't care if your talk has anything to do with her pain or not. I can just look away from all of this.
Open your mouth.
Ying.
Mother! I was just playing with your son. As my baby grows, I don't know why, but I do enjoy being around children.
Ying, from now on, stop running around. Concubine Qi is pregnant now. You really shouldn't be running around near her. What if she gets scared and it harms the baby? We cannot take responsibility for that.
I understand.
Good.
Sister, did something happen to cause a misunderstanding between us? I never expected the king to be so angry with you. I really didn't say anything to him. Please don't take this personally.
Oh goodness, I haven't. Concubine Qi, your belly is growing much bigger. You shouldn't be walking around so much. You must take good care of yourself.
Thank you so much. I understand. Yang, let's play again another time.
All right.
Come. Now tell me, what did Concubine Qi say to you?
She told me she's going to have a baby, and I should take care of my little brother or sister, whichever one it is.
What else did she say?
Nothing. Oh, look, she gave me these.
Never eat anything she gives you. Understand?
But why?
Don't ask questions. Just remember, okay?
I will.
May you rest in peace. Have a safe journey.
What is it?
This room is not auspicious. This room is not auspicious. This room will bring you harm. If a baby is born here, I'm afraid there will be bloody disaster.
Shaman, you should go now. Leave right now. This is not a good place to give birth. If he will be the son of an emperor, he might not want to arrive in a place like this.
But why?
It's not a good location.
Location?
This place is not safe. With that woman here, you are in grave danger. This place holds a bad omen. Even worse, before you give birth, disaster might befall you.
Then what should I do?
We must move.
Do you believe the shaman's words?
Well, it's much better to just take his word for it.
Move away? But the king would never agree.
Listen, don't tell the king about this. You should tell the queen first. I know. Just tell her this.
Auntie, did you conspire with that shaman?
Silly girl. Don't ask more questions. go too far!
My lady, Concubine Qi requests to see you.
Concubine Qi? Tell her I won't see her.
Understood.
Wait, one more thing. You're dismissed.
Understood. Greetings, my lady.
Greetings, my lady.
Sister, I've brought you these dates for you to enjoy. Have some while they're fresh.
Oh, come inside. Take a seat. Did you come to talk to me about something?
Oh, nothing really. It's just that I haven't seen you for a long time, and there's something bothering me. And there's nobody I can talk to.
What is it?
Well, yesterday, we just met with a shaman. People say he's very credible, and he examined my house. He said the location of my house is simply not right. It isn't good for me and for the child I'm carrying. He says if I choose to give birth there, disaster may strike us.
Disaster may strike. Then what should we do?
I was very frightened to hear this, but I don't know what to do.
Did the shaman say there's anything you can do about it?
He said that the only thing to do is for us to move out.
I'm not sure. These shamans are truly very accurate. You're very late in your pregnancy. Moving around will not be good for you or the baby.
I agree with you. And I'm honestly happy to be living here. I even have you to take care of me. I won't listen to him. I'll stay.
My lady, this just won't do. The shaman said she must move out. And what if something—
That's enough what ifs. Sister is right. We shouldn't listen to the shaman. We won't move.
Oh, don't just listen to me. This matter concerns you, and you should make your own decision. She's right. The shaman already said disaster might strike you.
Moving is not good. Not moving is not good either. I feel so anxious. I can't sleep well and I have no appetite. Sister, tell me, what should I do?
If you truly feel anxious every single day, you might as well move out. At least your mind will be put at ease.
I'll take your advice. We'll move. My lady, I'll take my leave now. I hope I didn't disturb you.
Let me see you out.
Please, there's no need. It may be a long time before we see each other again. Take good care of yourself while I'm away.
Don't worry about me. I ask that you take good care of yourself.
Farewell, sister.
Life and death depends on fate. Will is given by the heavens. There's no cure for this illness. My lord, spare me, my lord.
Lock that scoundrel up!
Prime Minister.
Luan. What's happening?
That quack doctor. It's bad enough he's useless. But he says the king's son will only live 1 or 2 more days.
Nobody's to blame for things like this. But you shouldn't take your anger out on a doctor.
Prime Minister, I don't believe the king's son cannot survive. I must find a doctor who can find a cure for the child.
You have plans on moving out? But why?
I simply wanted to move outside the palace.
There must be some reason.
It's nothing serious. I just want to move out.
Tell me. Don't be afraid. Tell me why.
Well, you see, we got a shaman to examine the feng shui of my house. He said that the location is not good, and it will bring tremendous harm to the baby. Disaster may strike us both.
Oh, is that it then?
Actually, I didn't believe what he said, so I went to ask the queen. She said, it's better to be safe than sorry, and it might be better for me to move out.
She really said that?
That was what she said.
She said you should move out?
Now I'm just confused. I don't know what I should do.
Don't move out. Li Qi! Li Qi! Come out! Li Qi, come out!
What's wrong?
Li Qi, are you not happy unless you're causing trouble?
What have I done?
You're making trouble out of nothing every day! What do you want? Don't you have anything else to do?
How am I making trouble out of nothing?
Because you are my wife. I told you I can look away from the incident last time, but you still haven't dropped the matter. How could you? I can't believe you'd sink this low.
What exactly have I done, Liu Ji?
What did concubine Qi ever do to you? Has she offended you? Has she angered you? She stays quietly in her house and does nothing the whole day. Why do you have to find fault in her?
What did I do to her?
What did you tell her? Huh? Why did you tell her to move out of the palace?
I said that for her own good.
Stop this nonsense! For her own good? What disaster are you talking about here? I don't believe in that! Why are you like this now? You were once considerate, and also kind-hearted. How can you be so narrow-minded now? Li Qi, let me repeat myself. If you can get along well with her, then be like a sister. If not, then lead your own lives, and do not pester her any longer. Do not interfere in her life. If you are truly unhappy here, or uneasy, I will not stop you. You can leave.
My lady, it's Xiaoshan.
Come on in.
My lady.
My lady.
My lady.
Big mouth.
My lady, you are...
My lady, you just got here, so why are you leaving?
Isn't it clear enough? The King of Han is happy with the new person and is blind to the suffering of the old.
Luan, don't talk like that. You're making trouble.
I'm making trouble? What's wrong with what I just said?
You...
Luan.
My lady, you've been here for a short time, but we know how you treat concubine Ji. Your kindness and generosity are apparent to us. We came here this time in order to comfort you. Please, do not let this destroy the relationship between you and the king.
I can't stay here anymore. There's no place for me here.
No place for you here? That isn't something decided by concubine Qi. That should be the King of Han's decision.
That's right. My lady, don't leave. We won't let you.
We won't let you.
Don't leave.
Who is she? She's just someone we picked up from the roadside. If she harasses you again, I'll kill her. Let's see what the king will do to me.
My lady, you can leave this place, but we shouldn't let the king be blinded by those people. We're all from Feng Ye. We can't allow an outsider to destroy our family.
Exactly.
That's right.
My lady, as long as we are here, you have nothing to fear. Please don't leave us.
I appreciate your kindness. Let me think this through. I will need some time. Did you see the king?
I didn't. Concubine Qi is giving birth soon. All the servants are busy making some preparations. Should we prepare a gift for Concubine Qi?
Who has been busy making preparations?
Everyone is busy. They're all waiting to congratulate the King of Han and Concubine Qi. My lady, there's something that may not be appropriate to say.
Tell me.
This Concubine Qi, she's receiving a lot more favor from the King of Han than you, my lady. And if you ask my opinion, this woman is extremely cunning. She has totally captured the heart of the king. My lady, if she does give birth to a girl, then you'll be fine. However, if it's a boy, she will become even more favored. She may pretend to show you some respect now, but in the future, she'll find a way to destroy you.
Enough. Don't talk about this.
Understood.
She gave birth? Is it a boy or a girl?
A boy. And his name has been given. It's Ruyi.
And that's exactly what you wanted.
Also, the King of Han has moved in with her.
Oh, Lord Xiao!
Greetings, my lady.
Long time no see, Lord Xiao. How is the king doing these days? To be honest, I haven't seen the king in many days already. I don't know if he's busy with state affairs or with Concubine Qi and the baby they have.
Forgive me, my lady. I don't know how to answer you.
Lord Xiao, I need your advice on something. I never expected this kind of situation before I came here. I don't know whether I should return to Fangyi or continue staying here. I hope you can give me advice.
My lady, I am the Prime Minister. It's not proper for me to be discussing things with you. But since you asked for my advice, then I shall give you my opinion, and I hope it will help you.
Thank you, Lord Xiao.
My lady, I think it's best if you return to Fangyi.
But why?
Well, my lady, if you leave, the king won't be troubled by family affairs and focus on governing. It is quite apparent that you and Concubine Qi cannot get along. You have always been known as a magnanimous lady. To be trying to hold on to so little like this may not be a wise action to take, and is risky in the future. Please think it over.
Thank you for your words, Lord Xiao. I understand.
If I have overstepped, please forgive me.
Thank you, Lord Xiao.
When did they leave?
Last night, my lord.
My children! Tell me!
Your children and your father all left with her.
After them! After them!
Understood.
I don't care where she is! Bring her back to me!
Understood.
Forget it! Just let her go. She did this just to embarrass me.
Why are you following me?
You're an extraordinary man, General. Permit me to tell your fortune.
Can you do that?
I may be no fortune teller or scholar, but I can.
Can you tell me the story of the sword?
This sword is very sharp and it can easily kill a man. What's more, this sword of yours can speak.
What does it say?
It says you would not dare kill me. It also says that you once imitated Zhang Sha and fished by the riverside sometime in the past, while waiting for a sage.
Anything else?
It also says that the sage is standing right in front of you.
Are you saying you are that sage?
With all your intelligence, you should know that at first glance. General, can I skip being a halberd guard, supplies commander, and directly become your advisor if possible?
I'll give you the time it takes to eat a meal if you can't persuade.
Then I can spit out what I've eaten right on the spot and give it back to you.
Follow me. This entire time you've talked only about trivial matters and nothing of serious importance. What do you really want to say?
Fan Kuai is an old friend of the King of Han. They rebelled in Mengdong together, am I right? Fan Kuai married Li Shi, the younger sister of Li Qi. And although Fan Kuai and Li Shi are seldom together now, they love each other very much, right?
The whole world knows this.
I've traveled far and wide. I already know the ways of the world. And I know how to win support.
Stop, enough. Are you going to tell me details about the King of Han's family matters?
It seems that you're not the least bit interested in what I'm saying.
Not interested at all. I'm more interested in how you're going to spit out the food from your stomach.
All right. Let me tell you something I'm certain you will be interested in.
Speak!
General, do you know why the King of Han was very angry with you when you rewarded Fan Kuai?
Who said the king was angry with me?
Fan Kuai is a subject of the king. Now why would you reward him in his place?
Those who excel in battle are worthy to be rewarded. What's wrong with that?
If you didn't reward Fan Kuai, wouldn't the King of Han reward him anyway?
If I didn't tell the King of Han the details, how could he know how we fought the battle?
Of course you can tell the king all the details. What you shouldn't have done is to ask the king to reward Fan Kuai. Now that he's appointed Marquis, should he be thanking you? Or the King of Han, perhaps? Seems like I need not spit out what I've eaten here.
You do make a good point.
You're skilled in military strategies, but you know little about people. You cannot go on like this. want me to help you out.
I can't promise you wealth or titles. Is that fine?
担当，大风吹，吹乱万象，吹不乱我思想，吹不乱我方向。在世无声无息。不如轰轰烈烈一场。剑穿透铠甲，穿透透时光，透不敌衣裳，看不敌胸膛，宁愿替受伤，不让心凄凉。大风吹，云飞扬。谁知我心所向？谁知我心所向？谁知？